Good morning, welcome back to the channel. We're out here in western Indiana again on a very snowy morning, as you can tell. Subject behind me here. This is the Rolling Stone Covered Bridge. Yes, people, that's what it's called, Rolling Stone Covered Bridge. Commissioned in 1915, it's 103 feet long and it spans Big Walnut Creek. Built by, I think it's A.J. Brighton or Britton or something like that. Several bridges in the area were built by him around this time frame, the early 1900s, let's call it. What we're here to do this morning, at sunrise, which another typical sunrise morning for me, you come out hoping for clouds. And this is an area, if you didn't know, Indiana is an area where we only have about 70 sunny days a year. There's usually clouds, but it seems like every time I come out, there's no clouds. Don't ask me why. It's just kind of my luck. But, we're going to try to take pictures of this bridge, but today we're going to do something different. I always talk about use what you have, all right? And I've got a RF 50 millimeter 1.8 small lens. This morning we're going to use it to take landscape photos of this bridge in these snowy conditions here at sunrise. But we're not going to shoot at f1.8, we're going to shoot at f11, all right? And see what we get out of it, see what it looks like. I don't have any of the equipment needed to hook up filters or anything to it, so we're going to use no filters or anything else and just see what we come up with. So I'm going to, as you can see, I have my camera set up over here. I think you can see, I see it in the background. We're going to make sure I got a decent composition. I'm going to take a few shots, and then I'll get back to you and we'll talk a little bit about it. So hold on. All right, so we've found a little composition here. I'll turn around and show you the back of my camera. So you can see, all right, we got all the snow here. You can see we're shooting at f11, ISO 100. All right, basically 1.3 seconds or 1 1/3 seconds. We'll take a shot here. I have everything on a 2-second delay. There we go. All right, and here's what you get. Now again, we're using the RF 50 millimeter 1.8 prime, and we're able to get this. Now, I don't normally shoot in auto white balance, especially on mornings like this when there's a lot of snow. I'm actually using more of a cloudy, not cloudy, I guess shady setting here, trying to cut some of the glare down, because again, I don't have any of my filters that'll fit this particular combo. Here we can give you a chance to see what that looks like here. We're doing this, but again, we're using the R5, all right, and the RF 50 1.8. So now, what do I think of the RF 50 1.8? I bought this lens because I didn't have anything, in the mid-range. I had the 15 to 35 and the 70 to 200. Excuse me. So I wanted something that would fill that gap. So that's why I got the RF 50 1.8 when it first came out. All right, I don't use it a lot. To be perfectly honest, I don't use a lot. My style of shooting, I don't need it a lot. But I thought this morning I'd give it a try just to see, how it would work in these situations. How I typically use it is, to be perfectly honest, is taking, pictures of my grandkids when they're playing outside or when they're goofing around inside the house. I use the 35 that I have, the 35 1.8 and the 50 1.8, both of them RF, all right, to do that. They're good for that kind of situation. Now, is this a decent landscape lens? In this situation, I think it is, all right? It's really inexpensive. It's $199, so it's not like you're spending a fortune to do it or to have it. And it does have its applications. It's great in low light. Dang. Gets it's cold out this morning, makes it hard to talk. It's great in low light, and it certainly has good image quality. It's not terrible. It focuses all right. It doesn't have in-body stabilization, so if you're looking for that, it doesn't have, not in-body, but in-lens stabilization. All right, now the R5 has in-body stabilization and works fine. Plus, when you're shooting from a tripod, it really doesn't matter. All right, but in this case, in this scene, I think this is actually a pretty good lens for it. Now, do I highly recommend it? No. All right, from a landscape perspective. Can it fill that gap when you need it? The answer is yes, but is it something that I would say is, your go-to, you got to have, landscape lens. No way. Not going to say that. Again, stick with your wide angle, maybe a mid-range zoom if that's your style. All right, and then use the 70 to 200 or a longer lens for situations where you need a little bit of of zoom capability beyond, let's say, the 35 or the 70 range. But again, if this is all you have, you can use it. All right, you can get out there and you can use it. There's nothing at all wrong with it. You can get good images. You just have to be able to, stand in the right spots or move your feet in the right spots and be able to get there. If you need something that's going to work in low light, this is it. I mean, it's definitely great for that, but it is not a traditional landscape lens. So keep that in mind. But again, for $199, it's hard to go wrong. I purchased the 35 1.8, which I've used a couple times. And I think I paid $3.99 for it, and it's great in its situations as well. Works good for video, works good for other things. I've used this 51.8 and sometimes for video. It's not bad for that either. But it's multi-purpose. You can use it for just about anything, even on a morning like this. When you need to shoot, a landscape of a nice covered bridge. Now, again, this place, looking at it in the fall, with some colored leaves and everything, this would be a spectacular place. I had never been here till this morning. I didn't even know till I did some research last night that this place even existed. So it's pretty nice. I mean, to be honest, I'm going to come back out here again. This is a kind of place that I like. There's supposedly a couple more bridges similar to this along this creek. Now, one of them we photographed and videoed at a couple times, which is Baker's Camp, which is probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles south of here along this exact same creek. Now, that bridge is built by J.J. Daniels. All right, there's a different bridge builder who's built plenty of bridges in this area as well. But this is one of the first bridges in this north side of Route 36 that I've taken here near Bainbridge, Indiana, in Putnam County. That it's pretty fascinating. I have to admit, I like it quite a bit. Like this location quite a bit. So now, how do you take a picture of a covered bridge? I keep saying for now, or not for now, whatever. But sorry about that. But so how do you take a picture of a covered bridge? To be perfectly honest, if you find a good location, it really doesn't matter. The image should present itself. In the fall, this is going to be spectacular. Here with some snow, it's actually pretty nice as well. I mean, again, nothing really changes, with basic composition. You want your image to show, or focus on whatever your main subject is, which in this case is the covered bridge. Use the road. Here you should see it. You can use the road as your leading line leading to it. Rule of thirds, try to have something potentially of interest in each one of your quadrants if you can. Sometimes with the covered bridge, it doesn't present itself in a way to where you can do that. All right, but you still can get a real nice image, especially on a snowy morning like this. So, thanks for joining the channel. Thanks for watching this video. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. Help with all the lovely little YouTube algorithms. Help me get more subscribers. I would love to continue to grow my subscriber base. I always say it, get out and use what you have. Here's a classic example of it. I'll throw an image or two here and at the end that I've taken with this lens in this situation, so you can get a chance to see, how it turned out, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Just get up, get outside, and enjoy life. Life's way too short. Beautiful mornings like this, it's easy to lay in bed, but getting up and getting out here, it's really good for you, and something you'll enjoy, something you can remember, and obviously you can take great images. So thanks for your time. Thanks for coming along. Till the next one, thanks very much.